Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. Let's take a look at what we're discussing. First of all, we have to update you on Pakistan's hosting of the Champions Trophy 2025. Pakistan is in line to host the Champions Trophy, and the fact is that Pakistan has got a very straightforward stance. After India's Hindutva RSS ideology that has tarnished the reputation of sports all around the world, that has caused great harm to the sports that we all love, Pakistan has now come up with a very straightforward stance, and that has been since day one, that whether India comes or not, Champions Trophy will only be hosted in Pakistan. Otherwise, we will not agree to any model and Pakistan would opt out of the Champions Trophy. It's plain simple now. Now it's minus India options that are being discussed on the table as well. So obviously it comes down to the next ranking team that will be joining in this tournament as well. The ICC still has its role to play. India has of course not conveyed in detail the reasons that they don't want to come to Pakistan, and obviously whatever the reasons are, I'm pretty sure, and I'm sure that you also have this knowledge already, that they're baseless. And this has been the case. Like I said, that it's just a rhetoric which has no boundaries, no structure, nothing at all, just politicizing the sports that we all love as well. Whether it's the Indian government, whether it's the BCCI, like I said, they're really leaving a bad taste to the sports that is owned by millions of fans all around the world. So I think Pakistan, credit to Chairman Pakistan Cricket Board Mohsin Naqvi, the Pakistan Cricket Board, to the government of Pakistan, we've always had a very, very straightforward stance. We have promoted sports with an open heart. We have sent our team to India in the past as well. Just recently they played a World Cup as well. So I think it's going to be very, very particular for Pakistan. Then of course we move on and we discuss Pakistan is all set to face Australia in a T20 international series now. The confidence is sky high. A couple of youngsters who were part of the training camp in Karachi have also joined the team in Australia, and it's going to be an action-packed series filled with excitement, and we're all in line to probably win this series, inshallah. That's what we're hoping for as well. Then of course we move on and we tell you that Afghanistan have managed to beat Bangladesh in an ODI series. It's been a spectacular omen for them. Rahmanullah Gurbaz, Omar Zai, everybody has been superb, and I think congratulations to Afghanistan. With each passing day they're improving their cricket, which is absolutely tremendous to see. Disappointment for Bangladesh as well. Time now to introduce our guest to discuss things in detail. First of all, in studios we've been joined by sports expert and also an international cricket commentator, broadcaster and presenter K. Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, how are you, sir?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm very well, thank you.
We've also been joined by cricket expert and analyst Sabir Hussain. Assalamu alaikum, Sabir, how are you?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm very well, thank you.
And we've also been joined by fellow anchor and expert Sayyid Mohammad Awais. Assalamu alaikum, how are you, Awais?
Walaikum assalam, how are you, Ahmed bhai?
I'm very well, thank you for joining us as well. Now let's take a look at this report regarding the Champions Trophy.
Pakistan Cricket Board is set to officially address the International Cricket Council about India's refusal to send its team to Pakistan for Champions Trophy 2025. The PCB plans to send a letter to the ICC asking for a clear explanation from the Board of Control for Cricket in India about their decision. Sources claim that the PCB would cite the examples of 1996 and 2003 Men's Cricket World Cups to counter India's narrative of not visiting Pakistan. For the unversed, Australia and West Indies refused to tour Sri Lanka for the 1996 mega event, while in 2003, New Zealand and England decided against travelling to Kenya and Zimbabwe respectively. On both instances, the ICC had awarded the points to their respective oppositions. Pakistan travelled to India for the ICC Cricket World Cup in October and November 2023 and played all its matches in the host nation. India has not visited Pakistan since 2008, and the rivals play each other only at multi-team events. Pakistan Cricket Board would also highlight that the venues of the ICC tournaments were never changed, despite any participating team's refusal. Considering the aforementioned examples, the PCB may also propose the minus India formula for the Champions Trophy. Remember, the PCB is yet to receive a written update from the BCCI regarding India's participation. The Indian board had previously communicated its decision to the ICC verbally, expressing its unwillingness to send the team. Subsequently, the ICC informed the PCB of India's decision in writing, they added. As a result, the PCB consulted with the government to determine the appropriate course of action. Preparations for the Champions Trophy 2025 in Pakistan are well underway. Pakistan is taking a decisive stand in response to India's refusal, potentially boycotting ICC events in India if India continues to mix politics with sports and refuse to tour Pakistan for the event. This move could have major financial and structural consequences for global cricket.
Well, there you have it. Sabah gives us the details in this report. Of course, K. Asif, what would you like to add? I mean, this is a sport that is supposed to connect. We, as a responsible nation, have played our part every time when it's come to Pakistan touring India.
We were so happy that the Jai Shankar visited Pakistan, and the hopes were high that the Indian team will visit Pakistan as well. But what happened actually that if you do remember 3 times in the past, 2012, Pakistan played a bilateral series with India. In India, Pakistan went to India in 2016 when we played T20 World Cup. And recently, as you said in your intro, that Pakistan played 50 overs World Cup in 2023. And India didn't visit Pakistan since 2008. That was the Asia Cup when Mahendra Singh Dhoni was leading the side and they visited Pakistan. For a long time, Pakistan is waiting now the kind gesture, this same gesture, which Pakistan is showing for a long time. One thing. Secondly, I think that now the different points are coming that either Pakistan will go for the hybrid model. I don't think so, because we have already done this in the past, recent past. Pakistan played Asia Cup, and most of the matches being played in Sri Lanka just because of the India. And now this is the Champions Trophy, the ICC Champions Trophy. ICC is responsible for the Indian behavior, because what we have heard, what's going on, that the BCCI sent an email to ICC, and what they had said actually, why they don't want to come to Pakistan. If they're saying that the security measures, then sorry. All of the international sides, including Australia, England, New Zealand, they visited Pakistan. Now what India is trying actually, India is trying to put pressure on International Cricket Council. But let me tell you one thing. If you have courage, ICC, I'm saying to ICC, ban Pakistan cricket. I'm telling you that everybody will lose their sleep. This is Pakistan. No cricket possible without Pakistan. And Pakistan Cricket Board has taken a firm stand, now adamant on that. And I'm quite sure that the Champions Trophy will be held in Pakistan.
Absolutely. I think very rightly put by K. Asif Ahmed that it's plain simple. And I think I truly appreciate the stance of Pakistan Cricket Board and the chairman at the moment as well. Of course, the chairman also represents the government policy where he says that, okay, if you want to come, okay. If you don't want to come, we've got another team lined up that's going to visit. And even if that doesn't happen, then Pakistan doesn't want to be part of the Champions Trophy. Go ahead and have it without us. So, Sabir, it's, I think, a very straightforward stance. And obviously, like I said, no logical reason stands behind India considering not touring Pakistan.
Absolutely, Ahmed. I mean, these are basically only baseless, reasons from India. I mean, this was expected, to be very honest, the kind of behavior they have been having for last so many years. I mean, but I mean, I personally I don't care, because this is basically ICC's tournament and will be held in Pakistan. So Pakistan basically will be hosting, hopefully, and all the teams basically have discussed lots of time. Even Australia, bigger teams. I mean, bigger than Indian cricket team, I would say, because Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, they always basically say that they are going to have they are going to play basically Champions Trophy in Pakistan 2025. So everybody is clear except India. Even the Indian players, to be very honest, Indian players basically they have been asked number of times as far as the Champions Trophy is concerned, and they basically they are compelled to say, I would say, because yes, this is the basically decision of government. So I don't know why basically India has been doing such kind of a behavior, because what about other sports? I would say boxing, I would say other sports from Indian country, they are visiting Pakistan. So why not cricket? I mean, we Pakistan basically we visited, like K. Asif rightly said, we always visited India in ICC tournaments and also in bilateral series as well. If you think, I mean, we are going to lose a financial amount, so it's your basically misunderstanding for you guys, because you will be having same kind of problems, by the way, because which kind of image you are showing to cricketing world, also the sports community. I mean, so I really appreciate the stance of PCB chairman from the day one. I would say not on these recent days, but from the day one, for so many months before. PCB chairman is basically has said so many times this Champions Trophy will be held in Pakistan. We are basically doing everything possible to basically hold to basically host this particular tournament.
Absolutely.
So I'm quite hopeful that we shall be having
Absolutely. Pakistan, I think, has played their cards very right. So, Wes, I think it's plain simple, but it's utter disappointment for the fans all around the world, not just in Pakistan. And I think India stands exposed right now in front of the world, including BCCI.
Ahmed, if you just watch out the cricketing international news, I mean, Australia, England, whatever it is, I mean, they're speaking about the Champions Trophy and the behavior of India. See, remember, I was discussing even with you, when you basically give a major tournament to any country, I mean, you just go through the past years, what major events they have hold on, and Pakistan has done brilliantly with that. Every team has been touring up over here. You got the ITF, you got the fighters, you got the football teams visiting up over here. That's a good case study what Pakistan has put on the international cricket map over there. There's no other reason for India to just get out of it. The biggest problem what I see in ICC, that's why I say it stands for Indian Cricket Council, because whatever it is, whatever India is doing doing the lobbying in around the world, where they're banning the Pakistani cricketers to be part of any cricket league, even the coaching staff too, never ever has been an issue statement by the ICC. Remember whatever happened back in India, like a guy was wearing, if I'm not wrong, Babar Azam, they were just chanting Babar Azam's quote, I mean, in the World Cup.
And they had their flag as well.
And the Coke was there to catch them, I mean, they even had the flag. Over here, I remember there was just recently in Faisalabad when we had the Champions Cup going on, Virat Kohli shirt was there. Everyone was appreciating him. Nothing happened over here. Your interior minister was here. Your foreign minister was here. Your the tennis federation guys were here. Your blind cricket team has been granted the visa. What is the issue with you? That's the thing I'm saying.
Absolutely, a lot of tolerance is here in Pakistan. I think like I said, we've played our part responsibly, but it's India that continues to, cause harm to the game that we all love. And I think politicize an issue based on that RSS Hindutva ideology is just absolutely embarrassing on behalf of India as well. That being said, now we move on to Pakistan's tour to Australia that has given us one success in the One Day International Series. Let's take a look.
Over pitch, straight down the ground, Babar Azam.
A series decider in Perth, boasting 5 West Aussies in the side, and Australia's celebration at Optus was on the cards, but all the party was left to the visitors. Pakistan registered first series victory in Australia after 22 years.
In 22 years.
Earlier, Pakistan won the toss and elected to bowl, the breakthrough only taking 4 overs.
Easy as you like, a beautiful length from Naseem Shah, just left the right-hander. There was no foot movement from Fraser McGurk.
Aaron Hardy's departure for 12, bringing in the new captain in front of his home crowd. A heavy top edge undoing Josh Inglis on 7.
Stands underneath it and takes yet another catch. Naseem's got his second.
Fellow West Aussie Cooper Cannelly finally getting a chance with the bat in his 4th national appearance, but any heroics at the ground he knows so well cut short on 7. Marcus Stoinis only managing 8.
Another one. Hasnan gets his first.
Glenn Maxwell going for a duck. Shane Abbott top scoring with 30. The Aussies all out for 140 within 32 overs.
Ralph does it. Can do no wrong, Harris Ralph.
Cooper Connolly was retired hurt earlier in the innings. Disappointing performance from Australia.
The run chase straightforward for Pakistan. Australia making a tough task even harder on themselves. The overall golfing class clearly evident. Pakistan's winning by 8 wickets. Sain Ayub scored 42. Abdullah Shafiq made 37. Lance Morris giving his home crowd something to cheer about with 2 wickets in his 3rd over.
Bowled him. Morris has got a second. Ayub departs.
Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan remained unbeaten on 28 and 30 runs.
He's had enough.
Haris Rauf was named player of the match and player of the series. This is first time in history that Pakistani fast bowlers haven't taken 23 wickets in a 3-match one-day international series.
Victory, their first ODI series win in Australia.
Well, wickets have rolled because Pakistan is bowled. So I think it's been an absolute glow for our bowlers. Let's take a look at this report.
Pakistan pulled off an amazing win in Australia, marking their first ODI series victory since 2022. They bowled out the world champions for just 140 runs. Mohammad Rizwan's team chased down the target easily, finishing in the 27th over with 8 wickets remaining, winning the 3-match series 2-1. While the spinners were praised, it was the fast bowlers who shone in Australia. Naseem Shah and Shaheen Afridi each took 3 wickets.
There was a one.
Afridi looking to wrap it up and hit the sheds. Bowled him! Shaheen Shah Afridi.
and Haris Rauf continued his great performance. Rauf, who had a fantastic game in Adelaide with 5 wickets for 29 runs, got shot out for 22 runs.
Outside edge. Ralph breaks through again. He's got
from Haris.
And immediate effect from Racket.
All the Pakistani fast bowlers kept up a high pace throughout the 3-match series and also got some late movements, making it difficult for the Australians to score runs. In fact, Australians' batting average for the entire series were below 17, marking their worst performance ever at home. Naseem Shah, Shaheen Afridi and Haris Rauf were instrumental in dismantling the Australian lineup, with each bowler showcasing their skills effectively.
And there you have it. Malaika tells us that the bowlers have absolutely enjoyed themselves in Australia and they've truly performed. But now we're talking about the T20 International Series coming up. Let's take a look at this report.
The Pakistan T20 team led by the Mohammad Rizwan arrived for their first T20 match against Australia in a 3-match series. Out of the squad, 9 players came from the Perth. The other 6 players in the T20 squad, Jahandad Khan, Muhammad Abbas Afridi, Umar bin Yusuf, Sahibzada Farhan, Sufyan Mokim and Usman Khan had already arrived after a 5-day training camp in Karachi that ended on November 6th. After reaching their destination, the T20 squad will take a rest before starting a training camp. The first T20 match against Australia is set for November 14th. The second match will take place on November 16th at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and the final match will be on November 18th at Billericay Oval in Hobart. Recently, Pakistan made a great comeback in the ODI series, winning it 2-1 after being down 1-0. They lost the first match by 2 wickets but won the second match by 9 wickets and the final match by 8 wickets, marking their first ODI series win in Australia since 2022.
And there you have it. Malaika gives us the details of the upcoming T20 International Series between Pakistan and Australia. Asif, what are your hopes now? Are we seeing some youngsters that will be debuting for Pakistan in this series?
Well, I mean, that's a very great news that the 6 of the players, they have already arrived at Australia. Especially, I would love to watch Sufyan Mokim and Umar bin Yusuf. Umar bin Yusuf, why? Because I've been watching him for a long time in domestic cricket. Technically so good. He has played so well in Emerging Asia Cup as well. And rest, Sufyan Mokim, he was so aggressive against India. So I would love to watch his aggression in game as well.
Right. Sabir, a lot to look forward to because you're carrying good confidence after the one-day series.
Absolutely. You know, they have their basic confidence are higher because most of the time, you know, the fast bowlers, they are picking the wickets. I mean, on Australian conditions, you know, it will be favoring Pakistan because most of the, you know, Pakistani bowlers are experienced and they have match practice as well. They have a phenomenal series recently. They basically, you know, bowled more than 90 overs, I guess, and no single Australian batsman basically made a 50. So this is a remarkable achievement for Pakistani fast bowlers, and I'm quite hopeful that Rizwan's captaincy, especially in T20s, will be utilized properly as far as the youngsters are concerned.
Awais, a lot is to be put into perspective in this T20 series. Pakistan does have the upper hand. How are you seeing it to progress?
See, it's a good sign that Pakistan is back on the track. I mean, it was really a must-win thing for Pakistan to be on the track, and your bowlers specifically are winning the matches for you because that's a phenomena. When you talk about cricket, bowlers win the matches for you. I know batsmen do the job over here, but again, I know you might laugh, but Ahmed, for me, again, it's a batting order because that really needs to click over here. They have done a superb job in the ODI cricket, but again, you need to remember one thing: it's a T20, it's a different format. The issue of run rate, I mean, that needs to be sorted out because you just can't go on 3 or 4 runs per over. You need to just pile that up to 5 or 6 runs per over, 7 runs per over, because the middle order needs to continue that. The biggest issue what we feel in T20 still, I say, is that your middle order does not carry the load what opener department has done. So that would be a major role. But I'm really looking after Irfan Niazi, the way he performs, because he has been a player who actually knows how to build the innings. And when he knows how to firepower, he's there to stand for you. He will be the main candidate for that.
Certainly, I think it's going to be very exciting. But thank you very much, Awais, Asif and Sabir for joining us. The excitement is all there for this T20 International Series. Pakistan surely is the favourites right now to once again put Australia on the back note as well. Because the fact is that Pakistan right now is enjoying their cricket, and this is the kind of camaraderie and confidence and team spirit that we've been missing in the Pakistan ranks. Thank God it's back once again as well. It's great times for Pakistan cricket and great times for Wasim Akram to smile once again in the commentary box. That being said, thank you very much for joining us. Of course, that wraps up the show. But before we go, we've got a very special report to share with you in line with one-day international cricket, where Afghanistan have just beaten Bangladesh. So you take a look at that. But from me and the entire team, it's goodbye for now.
Rahmanullah's electrifying century and Azmatullah Omarzai's all-rounder performance helped Afghanistan to crush Bangladesh by 5 wickets win at Sharjah Cricket Stadium to secure the ODI series 2-1. Chasing 245, Afghanistan opener Gurbaz and Omarzai instituted a 100-run partnership after the top order failed to sustain Bangladesh pace attack, led by Mustafizur Rahman. Rahmanullah laid the foundation of Afghanistan's win with 100 of 120, including 7 sixes and 5 fours in the series. Omarzai's 70 not out mixed caution with aggression and led the side to the victory rope along with Muhammad Nabi in 48 overs. Bangladesh, who won the toss, started well with their openers. Tanzeed Hassan and Sarkar added 53 inside the first power play, but Afghanistan rebounded with 4 quick wickets and left Mehdi Hassan Mirza-led side reeling at 72 of 4. With the win over Bangladesh, Afghanistan have now bagged their 3rd consecutive ODI series victory this year.
Amazing stroke from Azmatullah Omarzai. Afghan Atlants are amazing as they win yet another series.